I'd like to introduce one of the chief architects of the transportation bill, if not the chief architect, Congressman Peter DeFazio.
Thanks, Kurt. I'm pleased to be here today with President Biden talking about the transformative bipartisan infrastructure law and the impact it will have on the ground right here in Oregon and across the nation. I've been fighting my entire career for investments that will rebuild our country's crumbling infrastructure, fight the climate crisis, create resilient communities. And last November, as chair of the House Transportation Infrastructure, I was pleased to work with President Biden, who was absolutely key, House Democrats, and a bipartisan group of senators to deliver $550 billion of new investment to improve the nation. The breadth is broad. It will not only improve our roads, bridges, it will focus on climate change mitigation, resilience, equity, safety for all users, provide healthy and sustainable rail and transit options for millions of Americans, build a network of electrical vehicles, chargers to facilitate long-distance travel, help connect every American to reliable high-speed internet, prepare more of our infrastructure for the impacts of climate change, cyber attacks, extreme weather events, and fires, and deliver clean drinking water to every American. These are investments I've championed for years under both Democratic and Republican administrations. The last administration, while they talked really big, they produced nothing. But this president, President Biden, took on this challenge, and we are finally able to deliver for the American people. Right now, our country faces significant challenges: existential threat of climate change, systemic and persistent racial injustice, and an economy that rewards wealth instead of work. The truth is, the bipartisan infrastructure law will spur economic growth, strengthen our global competitiveness, and provide millions of good-paying jobs that can't be sent overseas, and will make our communities, including the communities right here in Oregon, more resilient, more equitable, and more livable. Now, that's just the bottom line. That's only the beginning. In addition to all this funding, in the coming months and years to follow, the Department of Transportation and the Biden administration will roll out notices of funding opportunities for states, localities, tribes, territories, and others for competitive grant applications for billions more dollars in available funding for infrastructure. And I expect Oregon to be well positioned to compete successfully for this money. We've already mentioned the Columbia River crossing. That's where we're going to get help from the federal government to do that. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the director of the Port of Coos Bay is here, John Burns, and that the Port of Coos Bay, working with a five-star development firm, has a vision. And they're going to apply for the only West Coast ship-to-rail container port, which would increase port capacity on the West Coast by up to 10%, result in significant supply chain additional capacity, reduce the cost of shipping and the cost of goods to consumers, and result in major investments in a long-depressed community, and it would be green. No more ship to truck to this to that. Right off the train, right off the ship, onto the train, and we deliver the goods. This is a vision. This and other critical projects are what I expect the Biden partisan infrastructure law to support. I look forward to working with President Biden, his administration, and fostering big, game-changing, visionary, 21st century infrastructure investments that will once again make America the leader with the most efficient, climate-friendly infrastructure in the world. Thank you very much.